Le'Veon Bell. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Back to throw, Darnold. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. But now it'll be third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is third and 8. Darnold from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. On fourth down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. This is fielded at the 27. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, first and 10. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
57.
On third down, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Cousins now from the 50. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
65. Switch. 48. Check. General West.
Play action now. Cousins letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Cousins gives way to Cook. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Check 99. Check 99. Hey, can't.
Cousins to throw it. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Here we go, son. Mike 54. Let's get the ball. And 80%.
A first down throw, Darnold. That'll be taken in by Anderson. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it with Bell. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
50 side. 55. You don't want none. Pick up the ball. Red 80. 955. 99, sweetheart.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
A shotgun snap for Donald. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over at their own 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Bring it.
Now Cousins. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
The open man is Smith. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Topper!
Cook. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Back. No.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, yo. Five.
Mike's 5'4".
They gonna need some therapy after this.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go, defense. Out.
Ringo, 48.
Shoot.
Throwing, Cousins. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, Cousins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From his own goal line, Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Well, they got the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike, gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. He's coming. Ready? We got double up. Check. Ready? Check hot route. Hot.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. He's at the 40. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 47 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a first down carry by Bell. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Ficken's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Watch the safety, come on.
On second down now, it's Cook. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Shahan, 180! Hey, can't. List 50. 57 to Mike. Coming, yo. Here we go. Check. Switch. Check 37. Check 3. Jam. Hey, alert 3. Black. Kill. Bingo. Kill. Wait, hot.
From the gun, here's Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, it's Cook. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Yellow. You like to get time to see your knee. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Woo! Rush in. Zebra. Nice 57's mic. Double dog. That's the way. Check. Shit.
Line out.
Bang. Kill. Wow.
Throwing is Cousins. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
Don't throw this way.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Darnold now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Check, Mike.
A final shot before the break, Darnold. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again, it's Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Go, go, go.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Cousins now. And that will be incomplete. Tremaine Johnson that time there to force the incompletion. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Crowder now to return. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Throwing again on second down. Darnold, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
26, check 26.
From the 50, it's Darnold. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here I come again. Hey, Zoom. Come again.
Now it's Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Run you over. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Lady. Hey, lady. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the touch.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. Darnold now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie! Lady! I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you! Check 9, check 9! Let's go, motion, motion, motion!
Again, Darnold. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
This is Bell, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 10 more there and another 1st down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On 1st down, this is Adams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Young lady. Motion, motion, motion.
Here's Bell. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? To throw is Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Check. Watch 54. Go.
Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
57 to Mike. Quit talking about it and bring it.
3rd and long for Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Cousins now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Check safety. Check the hot read. Check 31. Switch it. Rhino.
First down, here's Cousins. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 33 yards that time.
Mike, watch the run. Watch the twist.
They'll run with Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Black. Hey, Delta.
On 2nd and goal, Cousins to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
54. Hey, exit. Check. Watch 54.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Third and goal for Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. To throw again on second down. Darnold. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt and in a big way.
I'm here all day.
Following the interception, Cousins. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
61, Matchbox Lights. I know, easy. Hey, Haywood.
Here's Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Vikings on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that? Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Waiting. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
Darnold completes it, and he'll get it down here to the 43.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold, that's complete. It's Bell. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal.
You draw quarters.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Darnold. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Jets are able to cut into this deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Now Darnold toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. That's good for 28 yards. Cousins now from the 50. Going deep for Diggs. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And to be frank, Charles, probably not too many people surprised at how this one turned out.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I mean, they're such a good football team. They were at home. You know, you walked in and you looked at the advantages and you saw that they had most of them. It'd take a lot to try and even it up. I just thought two words for this ball game: methodical and predictable. And both of them came together.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose that.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Cut. 180. Here we go.
Now Goff on first down. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Christian Wilkins in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Goff now looks to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Mike 54. They can't hang with us.
Shit.
52 and 56, 52 and 56.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
He's scared.
2 for 1. 2 for 1.
He's checking. He's checking. He's checking.
Gurley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
20.
Get him. Get him. Get him.
Val, you won. Hey, box drop. Box drop.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett. 3rd down here.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
14. 14. Check that. Hey, orbit.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Going up top for Kupp. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts in drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Let's get it.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Hey, Chip.
54. There it comes. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike. 50.
Smooth.
54. Drop deep.
Third and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. It's caught by Clive Walford. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. To throw is gone. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. On first down, gone. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. On first down, it's gone. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there. And now it's second down. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Second and 10. Goff again. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Here's Fitzpatrick. Walford's got it. Complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Yeah. Double time, double time. 35.
On 3rd and 1, here's Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 42.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go play action. Fitzpatrick. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 20-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Balaj. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Left. 54.
Now Fitzpatrick. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Vince Beagle, the one to bring him down.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Goff now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Now it's gone. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. They do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, you know, writing down your ad-lib.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Me and you all day. All day.
52 and 56. 52 and 56.
Fitzpatrick. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They go play action here on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, LA.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. Wide open receiver complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10.
Right there. 54, Mike.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick caught the tight end Walford. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Single.
I'm coming for you, 27. Wait! I'm coming for you.
Hey.
Alpha!
24 is the mic.
Here we go.
24 is the mic. Who that?
Check 50. PPP.
Alert flare. Slam.
Left.
Watch out.
Feel it.
Watch out.
Fitzpatrick again. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 53. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission? And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Aaron Donald picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go, here we go.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up.
Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
To throw, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Out, out, out.
PPP.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Jim, go, Jim.
Motion, motion.
Check 52. Undercrush, undercrush.
Left.
Undercrush.
Throwing on third and long. Fitzpatrick nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Natson. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Cut. 180. Come on, Jake. Kill. 5. Hey, echo.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And Woods has it complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch that end, tight end's right.
A shotgun snap for Goff. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. On first down, it's Gurley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game.
And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Fitzpatrick. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick now. Here's Wolford over the middle. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion. But he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Under 10, X3, 218, chopper.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do.
Shift. Check it backer.
3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to fit...
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. In search of redemption from the pick 6. Goff. And now here is another interception. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's a run with Balaj, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. And this is Parker, complete. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. So that one will be accepted. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, here's Goff. He's letting it fly for Cook. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams are once again going to retake the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. He's going to let one go deep for punt. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff. He'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down. Goff now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Goff. And he'll find his target. Woods. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Alert.
He sees.
Show it.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to take it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
20.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
Ric Flair.
On first down, gone. That'll be caught by Cup. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now gone. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Balaj. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance.
He's got a man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Another try after the first down sack. Fitzpatrick.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now Fitzpatrick on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have... And intercepted! Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what could hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Fitzpatrick throwing complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Keep it up. 24 is the mic. 24 is the mic.
They'll throw again, Fitzpatrick. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
Value three.
Throwing now, Goff. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Like 20.
Gone. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
You better be afraid of me.
Goff. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together